Mr. Sterling? Our growth for the third quarter is... Liam's voice echoed in the boardroom. I sat beside him, forcing a smile. Across from us sat Chloe, Liam's ex-girlfriend. Sterling's consultant. Liam makes a fair point, Chloe said, twirling her pen. But are your profit margins truly stable? Absolutely, Chloe, Liam said, his voice softening. Marcus, our partner, leaned in. We have the data. Good, Mr. Sterling muttered. Let's review the packets. Refreshments, everyone, a young waiter announced, carrying a tray of steaming coffees. His foot caught the edge of the carpet. He stumbled. The tray tilted over our side of the table. Time stopped. 2 large cups of scalding coffee plummeted down. One aimed right at Chloe, the other straight at me. Liam moved in a blur. He lunged across the glass table. Chloe, watch out! Liam shouted. He grabbed her shoulders, pulling her out of the way, knocking her cup to the floor. The second cup hit my lap. It shattered. Boiling liquid soaked through my skirt, searing my skin. A blinding heat ripped through my legs. Oh my God! Chloe gasped, clinging to Liam's arms. Liam, you saved me. Are you okay? Did any of it hit you? Are you burned? Liam asked frantically, his hands checking her arms. His back completely turned to me. I sat frozen. The physical pain was excruciating. But watching my husband shield his ex-girlfriend while I sat dripping in, boiling coffee, that tore my soul apart. I'm fine, Liam, really, Chloe whispered, looking up at him with wide eyes. Thank God, Liam exhaled. Marcus jumped up. Liam, look at Maya. Liam finally turned around. His eyes widened. Maya? It was a reflex. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I looked at him with dead eyes. I just stayed completely quiet. Maya? Marcus asked, his voice shaking. Are you all right? Before anyone else could speak, Emma, my assistant, rushed to my side with a stack of cold, wet napkins. Don't touch it directly, Emma said quickly. Let me help you stand up. We need to get cold water on this immediately. Thank you, Emma, I said quietly. My voice didn't waver. Mrs. Harrison? Please allow us to pause the meeting, Mr. Sterling said, standing up. His sharp eyes studied my calm face. You need medical attention. That won't be necessary to delay the meeting. Mr. Sterling, Marcus can finish the financial review, I said, standing up slowly. Every movement felt like fire. Please excuse me. Maya, wait, Liam reached out. Don't, I said. Just one word. It froze him in place. I turned and walked out of the boardroom. Emma followed closely behind me. We entered the executive bathroom. Let me see, Emma said, her hands shaking as she helped me dab the burns. The skin was bright red and blistering. Maya, you need a hospital. How are you not screaming? How did he just do that? Because he still loves her, I said smoothly. The realization settled in my chest, cold and hard. He didn't even think. He just acted. He's your husband, Emma whispered, tears in her eyes. Not anymore, I replied. I washed my hands in the sink. I stared at my reflection in the mirror. My face was pale, but my eyes were steady. The illusion of my happy marriage was dead. I dried my hands, pulled my phone from my pocket, and opened my messages with Liam. He was already typing. Liam, Maya, I am so sorry. It was just instinct. Please understand. Come back out here. I deleted his message without fully reading it. I typed 4 words. 4 unchangeable words. Me, I want a divorce. I hit send. I turned off my phone and dropped it back into my pocket. Emma, I said, turning to look at her. Yes, Maya. Are you sure you want to leave right now? She asked, her voice filled with genuine concern for my well-being. Call me a cab right now. I am going to the clinic. Then I am going home to pack. What about the company? What about Liam? Let him have his meeting, I said, walking toward the door. He is going to need the money. Maya, open this door right now, Liam roared, pounding his fists against the bedroom frame. I finished zipping my suitcase and unlocked the door. He stormed inside, his face red with anger. What is wrong with you? He yelled, waving his phone in my face. A divorce text? Over a spilled drink? You are being completely irrational. A spilled drink? I asked, keeping my voice perfectly calm. I pointed to the heavy white bandages wrapped tightly around my thighs. I have second-degree burns. Liam, you shielded Chloe and let boiling coffee shatter on your own wife. It was a reflex, he argued, running his hands through his hair. I wasn't thinking. Why do you always have to make everything about her? You are insanely jealous. My phone buzzed on the nightstand. The caller ID flashed, Mrs. Harrison. I picked it up and put it on speaker. Maya, listen to me, my mother-in-law's shrill voice filled the quiet room. Liam just told me you are throwing a childish tantrum. You are ruining a perfectly good marriage. Because you cannot handle a simple accident. Stop this nonsense immediately. Your son made his choice, I replied softly. You are throwing away your life over petty jealousy, she snapped. I hung up the phone. I didn't shed a single tear. I just grabbed the heavy handle of my suitcase and walked right past him. Where are you going? Liam demanded, grabbing my arm. You cannot just walk out on us. Do not touch me, I said. My cold tone made him drop his hand. I am leaving. I drove to Sarah's apartment. My best friend and lawyer opened her front door and pulled me into a fierce hug. I froze the joint bank accounts this morning, Sarah said, pouring me a glass of water. He cannot touch your savings. Thank you, Sarah, I sighed, sitting down on her velvet couch. I need to know the whole truth. All of it. That is why I called David, she said, gesturing toward her kitchen. A tall, quiet man stepped out. David, the private investigator. What did you find, David? I asked, bracing myself. He handed me a thick manila folder. Liam and Chloe have been secretly texting for 6 months. I pulled their phone records. But the affair is not the worst part, Maya. What could be worse than my husband cheating on me? I asked, opening the folder. He is stealing, David explained, pointing to bank statements. Liam is embezzling funds from your company to pay for Chloe's luxury, apartment, and clothes. He siphoned over $200,000. My heart stopped. I stared at the numbers. The betrayal was deep. He didn't just break my heart. He was trying to ruin my livelihood. You have a choice, Sarah said gently, sitting beside me. You can walk away quietly, take your half of the remaining money, and start over. Or we can take this to court and burn his lies to the ground. I looked at the photos of Liam kissing Chloe outside a fancy restaurant. I thought about the searing pain of the burns on my legs. I closed the folder. We are not walking away quietly, I said, my voice hardening into steel. I want justice. Then we need proof from the inside, Sarah said. Direct financial records from his private office computer. I immediately dialed Emma's number. She answered on the first ring. Emma, I need your help, I said. Are you alone at the office? Yes, Maya, she whispered. Liam is out looking for you. What do you need me to do? I need you to get into Liam's personal files, I instructed carefully. Look for the offshore transfer logs. Can you do that without getting caught? I already have his password, Emma said confidently. I will have the files sent to your secure email in 10 minutes. Thank you, Emma, I said. I hung up the phone and looked at Sarah and David. The illusion of my past life was gone, but my future was in my control. Liam thinks I am just a jealous, heartbroken wife, I said, smiling coldly. He has no idea what is coming for him. A long, stressful month finally passed. The final contract signing with Mr. Sterling had suddenly arrived. I stood outside the heavy glass doors of the boardroom, taking a deep breath. Through the glass, I could see Liam smiling brightly, shaking hands with Mr. Sterling. Chloe sat proudly right beside Liam, acting like his new partner. I pushed the doors open and stepped inside. I locked the deadbolt behind me. The loud click echoed through the silent room. Maya, what are you doing here? Liam asked, his smug smile instantly dropping. You are no longer part of this project. She is the primary founder, Marcus said, standing up and moving away from Liam. Marcus stood firmly by my side. She has every right to be here. Marcus, what is all this? Liam demanded. This is the end of your lies, I said, walking confidently to the table. I reached into my briefcase and tossed David's investigation photos onto the polished wood. They scattered, showing Liam and Chloe clearly kissing and entering expensive hotels. Are you insane? Chloe gasped, covering her mouth. You are just a bitter, jealous ex-wife. I do not care about who you sleep with. Liam, I said, my voice completely ice-cold. I threw a thick stack of printed financial logs next to the photos. But I do care when you steal from my company to fund your affair. Mr. Sterling leaned forward, his sharp eyes quickly scanning the top documents. What is the meaning of this? Over the last year, Liam has embezzled over $200,000 from our corporate accounts. I explained clearly, looking directly at Mr. Sterling. Emma pulled the exact offshore transfer logs. He is a fraud. That is a lie, Liam yelled, his face draining of color. He scrambled to grab the papers, but Marcus slammed his hand down on them. It is all true, Liam, Marcus said in disgust. I checked the internal numbers myself this morning. You are completely ruined. A sharp knock hit the locked glass door. I reached over and unlocked it. Detective Vance, a tall, serious corporate fraud investigator, stepped into the boardroom. 2 uniformed officers followed right behind him. Liam Harrison? Detective Vance asked, holding up a warrant. We have received substantial evidence regarding corporate embezzlement. You need to come with us to answer some serious questions. No, wait, this is a huge misunderstanding. Liam stammered, backing away. He looked at Chloe. Chloe, tell them! Tell them it was just consulting fees. Chloe stood up quickly, grabbing her designer purse. She did not look at Liam. I have absolutely nothing to do with his personal finances, Chloe said, her voice shaking as she backed toward the exit. We are just colleagues. I am leaving. She pushed past the officers and ran out the door without looking back. Chloe, wait! Liam cried out, reaching for her. His hands were shaking. Mr. Sterling stood up, buttoning his suit jacket. He looked at Liam with utter disgust. This contract is officially canceled, Mr. Harrison, Mr. Sterling declared firmly. He then turned to face me. Maya, your professionalism under absolute fire is remarkable. When you open your independent firm, my multi-million-dollar deal will be exclusively waiting for you. Thank you, Mr. Sterling. I smiled gently at him. I will call you tomorrow morning. The officers moved forward, placing their hands on Liam's shoulders. Liam fell to his knees. Maya, please! Liam begged, tears streaming down his face. I am so sorry. It was a mistake. I lost everything. Chloe just left me. Please do not let them take me. I looked down at him. The man who had let boiling coffee burn my skin. The man who had lied and stolen from me. I felt no anger anymore. I only felt quiet, profound pity. You did not lose everything, Liam, I said softly, looking into his desperate eyes. You gave it all away. I stepped entirely over his pathetic apologies and walked straight out of the building. I pushed the lobby doors open and stepped outside. The warm sun hit my face, bright and beautiful. I took a deep, clear breath. I was finally free, entirely healed, and fully ready to take on the world.